undocumented. So if you've never seen an undocumented person, this is what we look like. We are so cute, it's literally a crime. Two short poems for you today. The first poem is titled Lo Que Soy, so if you are in Duolingo, this is perfect for you to practice.
I'm truly honored to be here tonight, and let's say welcome, bienvenido, 欢迎, 欢迎, 冰茶quý vị, mabuhay, mahalo, konnichiwa, annyeonghaseyo, namaste. That is just a few languages that you hear in our county of the diversity that reflects who we are and what we are made of. And from all of my board colleagues, Vice President Sylvia Arenas, Supervisor Susan Allenberg, and our two newest board supervisors, including one celebrating her birthday, very young. First time, we actually are on the board of a majority of AAPI members, and as you can see, this board is now a super majority female. Means that I'm the only dude. So in celebration of this incredible milestone for women's power during the International Women's Day March, I'm proudly wearing a pink tie to show my support. Well, 10 days ago, the President of the United States delivered the State of the Union to the U.S. Congress. This evening, as the new President of the Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors, I'm honored to stand before you to deliver the 2025 State of the County Address. Spoiler alert, this is going to be very different. March 14, also known as Pi Day, number one forever, unlike the number pi itself and that other president. But the State of the County is usually delivered in January. But with the anticipated change of the White House after the election, we chose to wait until now for a more accurate assessment of what the changes that are affecting our county. And coincidentally, today also marks the day Congress was set to run out of money without passing a continuing resolution. And the federal government could even shut down by midnight. But guess what? Santa Clara County will not shut down, and we will continue serving all 2 million residents without any interruption. Here in one of our state's most vibrant and diverse regions, Santa Clara County isn't just a hub of high-tech innovation. As the Valley of Hearts Alike, we are also the food basket of our larger community. And let's not forget, the garlic capital of the world right here in Gilroy. Yes. We also lead in the way in promoting social justice, public health, and the community well-being. So to kick off tonight's speech, we look at both the good and the bad, but let's do this. Let's get the bad stuff out of the way first, all right? 1,000 veterans losing their jobs, despite their ongoing commitment to serving our nation. In addition, cuts to VA staffing will reduce access to care for disabled veterans, leading to longer wait times at VA hospitals, indefinitely exacerbating homelessness and unmet mental health needs. The federal workforce is really feeling that strain, and the morale has never been lower. And let me be clear, we in this county will never treat our people like that. Our over 23,000 employees are dedicated public servants. We are committed to supporting them in their work every single day. While streamlining processes and cutting waste are important, deliberately undermining what works, like firing probationary employees, is not only irresponsible, but dangerous. This break now, fix later approach is reckless because while it might take mere seconds to tear something down, restoring it can take years or even decades. Cuts must be carefully made with precision, like with a scalpel, not a chainsaw, damaging us down to the bone. So within our county, we must review our own processes and find ways to cut waste, shorten processing and wait times, and utilize technology to significantly enhance our response. whether it's reducing phone call wait times, expediting planning application approvals, detecting wildfires early, or even preventing violence within our facilities. Clara County is the largest county in Northern California by population, and we have a budget of over $12 billion. However, $3.6 billion of our funding, or about 30% of our annual budget, are actually reimbursements and grants from the federal government. And this is a far larger percentage than that of the cities and even states. So when the new White House presidential executive orders have widespread, real and direct effects, many of these orders have threatened to stop federal funding to our counties and cities. Without federal funding, our county could not survive without tremendous and devastating cuts. About $3 billion of the federal funds alone are for Medi-Cal and Medicare, which support our entire Clara Valley healthcare system. Without the federal funds, these harmful things will happen to our residents. It's 50% by our Medicaid. With IHSS funding being cut, our in-home providers will be the ones that is taking potentially a cut of half of their paycheck. And can you imagine what type of impact that would be? To see that there is light despite all the darkness. When COVID first hits the US, our county was the first one in the US to establish a stay-at-home order. Many thanks to Dr. Sarah Cody, who led us during this time as our health officer. Her actions has absolutely saved countless of lives. Many of the counties and even states watched and copied what we did, and we should be proud to help lead our fellow counties to do better in saving lives every single day. And this is also why our county council, led by Tony LaPresti, have been very busy filing lawsuits in court against these reckless executive orders, which harm our residents and our nation. When our legislature is no longer holding the White House and the executive branch in check, we must rely on the judicial branch, our courts and our judges during litigation. And we're asking our Congress members to join the effort and resist cuts to Medicaid, known as Medi-Cal, right here in California. We must fight against reduced access to direct and preventive care attempts to get our entire health and hospital network. See, one of our key partners, the Community Health Partnership, has warned that these proposed cuts to Medicaid and other federal funding will have a devastating impact on our local community health center system. Most folks understand that the US President and Congress member passed federal laws, right? And state governors, assembly members pass state laws, and city mayors and council members handle our local issues. But oftentimes people would ask me, what exactly does the county do? Supervisor, what exactly do you supervise? Do you supervise parks? Well, yes, I said that too, but much, much more, right? And I think many people are confused thinking that city mayors do a lot of the work that's actually done by the county. So let's talk about what the county actually does. Our county's mission is to provide quality services and promote a healthy, safe, and prosperous community for all. And that's what we are here to do. Ensuring that the government is caring for people and keeping them safe. And in other words, the county serves as a vital public safety net, providing the basic needs of the most vulnerable population across our 15 towns and cities, from Palo Alto and Milpitas, from the north to Gilroy to the south, while also overseeing all the services in our rural and unincorporated areas. Our primary responsibility is the public healthcare system, ensuring the highest level of care, especially in emergencies. We worked with our county's executive office and was instrumental in the successful construction of the vast Vietnamese American Service Center, the first of its kind of community center providing comprehensive medical and behavioral health all under one roof. And that's before she even served as chief of staff or predecessor Cindy Chavez. So let's give her a round. So with County Executive James Williams and the Chief Operating Officers Greta Henson at the helm, the inspirational leadership and support from my board colleagues, and the unwavering commitment of our county's dedicated staff. We are confident that together we will overcome any challenge and build a brighter future together. And in these challenging times, it's important for us to be thoughtful and kind to one another. And with that in mind, I would like to invite a few members of our audience to share stories of kindness. Anybody over here? Raising hands, absolutely.
Supervisor Dennis Lorio, and I'm the CEO of CET, Center for Employment Training. And I wanted to share a little bit about my own personal experience in my own neighborhood. A very diverse neighborhood in East San Jose, made up of Indian, Sikh, Vietnamese, Buddhist, Mexican-American, Mexican immigrants, all that you can imagine on one street. And yet when a 65-year-old woman lost her job and her husband, I was able to witness the entire street community come together to provide meals for her on a daily basis, to visit with her. The young kids in the neighborhood cut her grass and made sure that the garbage was out on the curb. And just the visiting and the compassion and the kindness that I got to witness from other neighbors rallying together around her while her family was able to come into town from out of town to support her in her grief, just demonstrated to me the really pride of this county. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you asked the question. Just a couple days ago, I had lunch with my friend Agnes, and she told me, unfortunately, one of her coworkers passed away. Agnes did what a lot of us probably would do, is she talked to the spouse and said, if there's anything I can do, please let me know. And he said, Agnes, I need you to call me every morning to make sure I wake up. And so for the last 2.5 months, Agnes has been calling him every morning to say good morning. Sometimes it's a 1-minute call and sometimes it's an hour call, but that is kindness in action.
This is what we need to share with each other. And as we draw this address to a close, I invite all of you to please reflect with deep gratitude on the remarkable progress that we have achieved. We continue to make a lasting impact. So thank you for standing with us, for lending your voice and your energy, and for showing that together there's nothing we can't accomplish. And I've always believed that our country could never be defeated by one adversary. However, I do fear that our country can be only defeated by the division within it. Sadly, I think we are starting to witness some of that today. As President Abraham Lincoln famously stated, a house divided against itself cannot stand. So let us move forward with caution, with hope, and most importantly, with kindness and gratitude, united as one, ready to face the future together. And in that spirit, I would like to now take a moment to recognize some of the amazing county staff in our audience today. So if you bear with me, I'm going to do a name blitz. This is from my staff who really, really wants me to thank the people who will help them address constituents' concerns with care and urgency. So if you're in the audience, please don't be shy and stand up. Here we go. Yvonne Lai.
Celebrating our Community Hero Awards.
You need the password. It's 3 words. It's a 3-word password. What was Otto talking about the theme of this same year? Kindness. Shadow, living in the shadow, too hard to swallow. Shadow.